Hi there, my name is Lindsay Brual, and I am just thrilled to be your son's Physics 11 teacher this year. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, and I moved to Vancouver about a year ago to be closer to my family during COVID. And I've just been taken in by VC's community, and I've just been beside myself excited to be here and to join this community. And I hope to share some of that joy with your son this year. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look at what's going on in Physics 11 this year. While I'm doing this, the main pieces in the Physics 11 courses is to develop both their lab skills and their critical thinking skills. So before we get into the 5 major units, we're going to begin with a unit on the nature of science, which is the scientific method. They're in the middle of it right now, and so you can ask them about that. The goal of that being to make sure that our lab skills are up to standard and to start thinking in a critical and in a scientific way. Once that's done, we're going to get into kinematics, which is your distance, your vectors, your velocity, your acceleration, and the formulas that go with that. So there is math, a lot of math here. There's also a lot of graphical analysis that goes into this unit, and it's a big one. It'll take us a while to get through. We're then going to go into forces, so understanding the Newton's laws and looking at balanced and unbalanced forces. We're going to get into work, energy, power, and efficiency, and taking a look at, how much power and work do those boys do when they're lifting weights in the HPC. We're going to get into electricity and do proper circuits this year, which I'm so excited for, and understanding how this all works. And then we end the year, it'll be really great with sound waves and light waves and seeing how mechanical waves actually move. What we're going to see this year in all of our science classes are these 3 categories. So investigating and experimenting, which is a lot of our labs, processing, analysis, application, which is a lot of the assessments, and then also the ability to evaluate and to adequately communicate, which is another huge part of this year. Every unit, they're going to be given power notes, which is the booklet, the textbook that we will be working through. And so I'm going to just be giving them out one at a time. So there's a good probability that, they can keep it in their binders and keep themselves organized. In this class for quizzes, the quizzes themselves might be fairly challenging, especially if work habits aren't quite up to standard yet, and that's okay. So if they test better than they do on the quiz, the test will replace the quiz. So I want to have every opportunity for your son to continue learning, to not be discouraged, to find another opportunity to continue to get better. There's also a retest opportunity. If the test doesn't go well, they cannot have any outstanding work in order to be eligible. If your son is going to be absent, it would be best if you could communicate this to me before the test. If that is not possible, and they simply are, they're not around, and there's nothing from you, then they've forfeited that retest opportunity. On all quizzes and all tests and the final exam, they will get one piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, double-sided, which they can use as an aid. So they can use it as a cheat sheet. Now they can't put direct examples on there, but they can give themselves step-by-step things to remember, keywords, that type of thing. And the final exam policy, if they do better on their final exam than their mark going into the final, that final exam mark will replace their grade. So again, even right till the end, I want to see that they're continuing to learn and they're trying to learn the processes and the concepts and learning to think and learning to apply. And if they can show that to me in June, all the better. I think that's it. I'm looking forward to a really great year, and please don't hesitate to contact me if anything comes up. And I look forward to maybe meeting you at parent-teacher interviews and working with your son this year. Take care.